Hey, what's going on everybody? Commander Crane here, and we are back with another Pioneer deck tech. Today we're going to be talking about Orzhov Warrior aggro in Pioneer. This is definitely one of the more unique aggro lists that I've ever done on the channel, so I'm really excited to bring this to you. As always, at the end of the video, let me know in the comment section below, what do you like about the list? What do you hate? What would you change? Is there a specific card that I forgot? Just let me know in the comment section below. And as always, if there's any suggestions that you have for upcoming videos, just let me know below. So, alright, Orzhov Warriors. So, this deck kind of came about because I remember years ago, I think it was like 2015 about, I used to have a card club at my high school, and I remember a couple people had like Cons was like the new block at the time, so a lot of people had Cons cards, and they had a couple of the Lords in their decks, and I always thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool to do like a Warriors deck, you know, and I never came around to doing it. And then just the other day, I was thinking about that again. I'm like, man, I should really do a Warriors deck on the channel. That'd be pretty sweet. A lot of very unique cards that most decks don't really play. So this is going to be really fun to go over. So all right, let's hop into it here. We're going to talk about our 1-drops. We're playing 4 Blood-Soaked Champion, 3 Mardu Woe Reaper, and 4 Usher of the Fallen. So Blood-Soaked Champion has been a pretty solid card in Pioneer. Pretty much since the format's been around, it's seen a lot of play in a lot of different like aggressive black decks. So that card's not really new. Mardu Woe Reaper definitely fell off a little bit once Better Humans got printed. I remember in the earlier renditions of Mono White Humans, they actually used to play this before Recruitment Officer, just because obviously it has the human typing. Very cool card, great with Warriors, helps keep our opponent's graveyards like pretty much gone, so it's pretty solid in the right matchup. But you know, at the worst case scenario, it's a 2-1 for 1. Then we're also playing 4 Usher of the Fallen. This card's fantastic because, you know, obviously it's a warrior itself, and then its boast ability makes other warriors. So this card is very, very cool. Very happy to be able to play Usher of the Fallen in, you know, in a cool deck. So those are our 1-drops that we're playing. Some of our 2-drops here and our Lords, we're playing 4 Bloodchin Rager. Definitely not a card a lot of people play. 2/2 for 2. When it attacks, each warrior you control can't be blocked this turn except by 2 or more creatures. So it's pretty cool. I mean, when it attacks, it gives all of your warriors menace, which, you know, that's just a pretty good, that can be a very good effect, especially late game. You know, if we're going wide and we have a whole bunch of warriors in play, our opponent might just be dead to the Bloodchin Rager. So very cool. Then we're also playing 4 Chief of the Edge and 4 Chief of the Scale. So, you know, they're each half of a Warrior Lord, which is pretty funny. But then obviously together, you know, they give +1/+1 to all of our warriors. So, you know, both good Lords. I would say Chief of the Edge is probably better, just on average, because we are an aggro deck. So obviously we want to be able to you know, get in for extra damage, which is pretty cool. So, definitely very cool Lords, very unique Lords too. You know, nowadays 2-mana Lords are like, oh, it gives +1/+1 and all these fancy abilities. Nope, Cons block, nah, we can only give you half of that. So that just tells you how far Magic Design has came for sure. So, our last slide here, a couple more of our warriors that we're playing. We're playing 4 Tenacious Underdogs. This is a fantastic card. I honestly didn't even know it was a warrior until I was looking at the warrior creature type and was like, wow, yeah, we're playing 4 Tenacious Underdog. This card is very, very good. Just keeps on coming back. Our opponents just have a really hard time being able to bring this back for sure. So, card is very, very good. We're also playing 2 Kalitas, Trader of Get. Does not synergize with the deck as much, but it is still a very powerful card. You know, whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, instead we exile it and make a 2/2 zombie, and then 2 and a black, sacrifice another vampire or zombie, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Kalitas, Trader of Get. So, Kalitas just really, really good. You typically see this a lot in mid-range decks, but, you know, still in our Warriors deck, it is still very powerful. And then finishing out our creatures, we're playing 1 Legion Angel. So, for those who don't know what Legion Angel does, when it enters, you reveal a card you own named Legion Angel from outside the game and put it in your hand. So that means in our sideboard, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Legion Angel. So it's kind of like Squadron Hawk. For those who know what Squadron Hawk is, except it's from outside the game instead of just in your deck, which is pretty cool. So we're just playing the one Legion Angel. Card is very, very fun and very, very good. So our last slide here for our main board, we've just got 4 Fatal Push and 4 Vanishing Verse as our removal spells. You know, we're black-white, we get pretty good removal, and this is what we're playing. You know, Vanishing Verse is fantastic just because with, you know, it's an exile effect. So that means like Cavalier of Thorns, we just exile it. If, you know, if we destroyed it with like an Infernal Grasp or something, then they get that triggered ability. The exile just prevents it from coming back. We don't have to worry about it anymore. So very, very good card. Only thing is, you know, not every color gets to play because it's black-white, which is definitely not the most common color pair in Pioneer for sure. So all we've got to talk about for our main board now is just our lands. We're playing 4 Concealed Courtyard, 4 Godless Shrine, 2 Caves of Koilos, pretty standard, you know, dual lands for Pioneer. Also playing 4 Bright Climb Pathway, 1 Takenuma, and 1 Aganjo. And then wrapping up our lands, we're playing 2 Mutavault, 2 Cave of the Frost Dragon, and 2 Plains. As our spicy basic land of the day, I decided to play the Khans of Tarkir ones, which is kind of like Sandstep Citadel, which is where a lot of the like warriors on Tarkir like to hang out for the most part. You know, and it's cool because a lot of this deck actually is Khans block, which I think is very cool. We honestly almost could have made the entire deck just Khans block if we really wanted to. So that is the entire main board. We're going to talk about the sideboard a little bit. So obviously we need some Graveyard Hate in the sideboard. I've got, again, Rest in Peace and Tormod's Crypt. Rest in Peace definitely is the best option in my opinion. It's 2 mana, but it stays there forever. And in addition to that, with the Enchanting Tales from Wilds of Eldraine, Rest in Pieces are like $1 right now. So if you don't have those, I highly suggest picking those up. And then removal, I've got Portable Hole in there. I also really like Ray of Enfeeblement. I think those are great removal spells for the sideboard in general. Silver Bullets, meaning Deafening Silence, Necromentia, those kinds of cards. You know, Necromentia against combo decks. Like, you can Necromentia them, take one of their combo pieces, and there's a good chance that they can't even win the game at all. And then Deafening Silence is just really good against, like, Phoenix. It's really good against Lotus combo. Prevents them from just going through their entire deck. You know, it's like, nope, you get one non-creature spell, whereas we can just play as many creatures as we want. So, very, very good card. And then, obviously, the Legion Angel. We're playing 3 copies in our sideboard. You could maybe go down to 2, but I really just like the full 3 copies. We're just slamming 4/3 Angels every single turn, which is just fantastic. So, but if you want to know what I'm playing in my sideboard specifically, the deck list will be in the description below if you'd like to check that out for yourself. The same with the lands. I'm playing all those and everything like that. The only thing that might be different is the sideboard. So just figured I would throw that in there. But that is the entire deck. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. This was definitely a very fun deck to build. It's also extremely cheap too. Other than like with the dual lands included, the deck's like $150, so I'm probably going to purchase a lot of these warrior cards myself, as most of them are just commons and uncommons, and then obviously we've got a couple rares in there, but nothing too crazy for the most part. So what did you think about the deck? Just let me know in the comment section below. Is there a card that I missed? I think I got all the good warrior cards, but who knows? I usually end up missing at least one card that would have been fantastic in the deck, so just let me know below. I'm Commander Crane. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.